Hey, I'm back with a new video. Yeah. Ready, set, go. Yeah. No. Whoopsie. Gonna hurt. So, I left you off, got this panel in, and was replacing some rust right here. As you can see, I put a panel in right here in these posts. If I can find that little piece for you, I probably can't, but there it is. This right here. Set in there. Something like, yeah, like that. Literally, just like that. And there's a little plate down here. I made a short and I showed the little plate. Then beyond the plate, this is just like filled with something solid. But that just holds moisture, makes that rust out. Now that side's not rusted out. Why? I don't know. But this side's rusted here and some other spots, and that side just doesn't seem as bad. But anyway, back to what we're doing. These I have never liked because of the angle. I want them to be well, like so. As close to that A-pillar as I can get it. And I was thinking, all right, run it down through here. Which puts me right behind that flange down into that area where that rat is, roughly. That kind of let me get a light on the subject. I can see it, but I don't know if you can. All right. So again, I run into an issue if I run it right down through there. Basically, that cuts this panel off. Leaves just, I mean, well, let me look at that for a second. No, I did not. Just trying to see. Oh, okay. All right, well, this is why you look at things for a while. All right, so that changes things. See, I was looking at this, thinking that that was completely separated Oh, I'm getting confused. I don't understand. That is separated. That stays with the car. This whole piece comes off. Okay, let me unscrew that from there. My brain's just not comprehending what's happening. I mean, I know this whole piece just comes out once I unbolt it from that. See? I knew it. I knew I wasn't seeing things. So there, see? Okay, it was just nice and tight is all. So back to what I was saying. You see what holds that on? Just right there. That's all. If I run that pipe down through there, I cut that panel off down on the bottom. You say, well, Randy, what's the big deal? Well, big deal is this panel gets welded to this panel, which is up here. I'm thinking, so if I put the dash in, well, I can't. That's part of the problem. Anyway, that's what we're doing. We're gonna relocate this somewhere. It's either gonna be here, which puts it in that area. Don't necessarily like it. Or here, which puts it behind that pillar, but puts it really close to the windshield. So I'm gonna figure that out, and then once I figure that out, I'll get back to you. Hey, I'm back again. So, progress. I'm sure that's legal somewhere. Okay, you may be wondering, I've got 90 degrees right there. Got 90 degrees in there. Ish. It was 90 degrees when the light went off. So what I'm trying to do is sight down through, because you know, you can look down through here and go, oh yeah, I want it back here, but where does it end up down here? So after sighting it through this way, straight up and down, measured from my tube, this flange, because this needs to go in that way anyhow, because according to the frame rail underneath, it needs to be here. Same with this one. This one will hit the frame rail. Yeah, frame rail edge is right here. So none of these are attached to the frame rail, so that's why they're sitting this way. So if I move that in, it's 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches off the flange, so that will put this there-ish, right in that area. So that should hit, and this one's actually 1.75 inches in. So I'm just, you know, mocking things up to see where I need to be, to see where I need to cut that hole, and then cut that hole up here, because I want to do that one time. Little power surge. So that's where we are as far as you know, all that's concerned. So see you in a bit. Hey everybody, so I have a location. You can see that little orange circle right about there. That's where we're going to cut a hole. This really pains me because I'm not sure of myself. So we guesstimate and we go for it, and I'm not a professional of putting cages in, so, but I'm not a professional of doing any of it. That's why we just do it. All right, got the little plasma cutter. That's on. I don't know what the number means. Hopefully it'll cut. So let me get my helmet. Don't think I need a helmet, but anyhow, I'm gonna set you up. See if you can see it. I can't see it. Man. Well, that's a hole. Now it's nowhere near the size it's supposed to be because I'm starting slow. So it's gonna go way over to here, out here, up and around, but gotta get my other little tools in there and go for it. So see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Well, we did it. You saw we cut that hole. I made it bigger, got that pipe down in there, and that is not the pipe I'm using. So this is the very bottom, very minimum as far as windshield. Windshield will probably sit there. As far as the bottom, this would be the bottom. Probably sit there. Okay. And same up here. So this angle is not correct as far as to hit that bar. This is what I'm looking at as far as distance. Roughly the same all the way up. You know, I can maybe, I don't know. Alright, sorry, I wanted to make you seasick. You can see back in there. See where it was mounted. Yeah, okay, so it would be just to the right of that. Well, how about I move the windshield out of the way? So actually just to the right of that ish, somewhere in here, or I could run it that way, angle it back to the corner. But anyway, we have our hole. It's what we're looking for. It's what I've been stressing over. It's pretty tight down in there. I don't know how much clearance I really need. Another issue I'm looking at right at the moment is put that bar down in there. See, this is where always got to be thinking ahead. Wow, I sweat on that thing a lot. Look at that. So remove that bolt. I got to be able to remove this whole thing. So may have to cut. I don't know if thing lights. The screen keeps going out, so I can't see if you can see. May have to cut this off this way, so then I can get it out. But that's where we are. So keep moving forward, figuring out the problems. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back again. Last thing I showed you was a mock-up of the roll bar, and that's not a mock-up, that's the bar. So we're looking at space up through there is roughly 2.5 inches ish. It's a little deceiving because it comes down and kind of curves out there. This doesn't. Then it rolls. Whatever. It's close. So had to drill down through my floor See? Brand new floor. Drill down through that. Drill down through the first frame rail. And then down through the bottom of the frame rail. And now it sticks all the way through. Why'd you do that, Randy? I don't know. Felt like it. So that is sitting there. It's all trimmed, fitted, and in place. You can see the hole down through there. I'm gonna have to trim this a little bit around, around the back side, so I don't get some rubbing noises. But I think I have to cut that off anyway. Well, whatever. It's little things we got to deal with. No big deal. So now I was looking at the front of the car from here, nice and straight. Come around to the front of the car, and it looks, that one looks almost identical to that one. I thought that I was gonna get some more clearance by moving this pipe in farther than that one, but as you can see, that didn't work, because to attach to the frame rail I had to move it in. That side I had way over here, which if you would have gone down through, you would have only hit part of the frame rail and gone through the rocker panel. And I also wanted to get it out of here and get it over here for aesthetics, I guess, and to make a lot more work for myself. So, and I know I said back in the beginning, oh, I didn't care that I didn't go through the frame, blah, 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 it's all illegal. But since I'm redoing it, I thought of a way that I can poke it through the floor, cut a hole in the frame, I go all the way through to the bottom, weld all this in, boom, it's stationary. I can still pull my body off, do my frame, bring it back underneath the car, paint it, put it back underneath the car, and then I'll just have to weld those spots on the frame there where I'm attached and then touch them up. And yes, I'm going to take this one from the bottom and extend that down through, if I don't cut that all out, but I don't think I will. So it'll be attached to the frame there and there, and back over the wheel well when the down riggers, whatever you want to call them, go in. So it'll be attached in, as they call it, 8 points. This is 1, this would be 2, 3, and then 4 times 2 is 8. So that would classify me, oh, I'm sorry. Well, that makes it an 8 point to the frame, but then that's a point even though it's not attached to the frame. I'm not sure about that yet. But either way, I should qualify for 850s, which I'm not going to do anyway. So, yeah, there we are. Just want to give you an update. It's been fun, and cutting the holes has been fun, and I use those handy dandy little hole saws, and was able to go all the way through. Use this one. This is a I do not know. Anyway, 1 5/8". That's how big that is. Maybe 1 3/4". I don't see a size. Anyway, they work great. So I'll leave you at that, and next thing I'll have to do is, I'm not welding this in for a while until I figure out how and where to put the hole in here. See ya in a bit. I'm back. Okay, update. We did this one, we know that. Did my hole saw, went down through that, everything was good. The holes went through real nice. Perfect. Okay. Just right on the edge of the frame rail here, all the way down through. Sweet. So, we go over here. Usually the second side is better, much easier, because you know you've done it. And so did my measurements, and I'm not going to show you that yet. Did my measurements, everything. This side for some reason wanted to kind of look like that, so I had to make this hole. You get a light, unplug everything from the light, and to make that hole way bigger, to make everything come out correctly. Then let me show you, as I was cutting with my hole saw, I somehow got that way about that much, too much. So I was cutting down the side of the frame rail, caught myself, and said, oh crap. So got out the old plasma cutter and started going to town, and now you can see the Grand Canyon. Just disgusting. So continued on. It is what it is. I cut out this piece a minute ago. Forgot this dropped, so I had to put my strap back in. And got this bar bent and aligned. I did get it aligned better before I cut it. You can't tell. So I'm going to currently get this aligned up, get it somewhere to where I have a, once I get this where I want it ish, I'm not gonna cut this yet. Maybe I want to make a plate for on the bottom here, can't see I'm sure, bottom of the frame rail, to where I will, once I get that pipe where I want it, I will move that little plate on the bottom and tack it in place. So then I have a constant hold position, at least. Yeah, sounds good. So once I figure all that crap out, I'll be back. Okay, we're back, and there's that side, and there's that side. It was a fighter, still fighting, but we're within, you know, half a degrees and whatnot of being where it's supposed to be. So don't think that, well, let's put it this way, I'm not going to get any better than that. So there you go. There it is. They are just sitting there with a piece of tape and some magnets. So found out this here isn't the same as the other side. So eyes are deceiving and all that good stuff. It will drive you crazy. So there it is. It's sitting there. See you in a bit. I'm back again. Okay, left off was, I don't know what I was doing. Anyhow, so, because this is a week later. Anyhow, if you can see it, if you're upside down, maybe I'll turn it for you. There. Made that plate on both sides, and as you can see, it fits much nicer around the bar. So now what that will give me, instead of the big crater, nice area to weld around, as well as I'm welding it to the plate. Could have welded it to the frame. That side came out well. I could have welded it to the frame, but this side I didn't. I had to, like I said, create the Grand Canyon there. So now I'm going to make some plates to go over this. I'm gonna cut a hole, just run the plate over this. It'll extend out to there. Go over the top. I've got to cut this bar out right now. And do the same on this side. So once I get those in place, I will then have a nice guide to when I pull the body off. Okay, once I put my dash in, cut the holes, put these pipes, these bars, roll, cages, anyway, these uppy thingies, back in, get them fitted nice, everything's the way it needs to be. I will then weld them in place down there, but yet still be able to pull my body off my frame, and then do what I need to do to that, because you see they extend down past the frame. Anyhow, and that'll get cut off level. I'll weld it to the bottom. I'll go up on the inside. I channeled them, but I'll cut that back out, take another plate and two-piece it around on the inside on the top part of the frame underneath. Hard to explain. I'll have to show you when I do that. So we're making a little progress at a time, and it's fun, and it's hot, and fans are blowing, and I got this thing, you know, looks like a microphone, but it's not. So anyway, that's where we are, and see you in a minute. Okay, like I said, cut this bar out, and I got a big old gaping hole. So what it did was I beat the crap out of my hand, making this plate, because it's a 6x6 plate that you can order. Makes it a little easier. And anyway, formed it, cut out the old one, formed that to the floor. Now I have to figure out where to cut that hole. So what I actually do is measure, you know, roughly, and roughly cut a hole someplace. This way being a little more critical, this way than this way, because I can move it. I have some adjustment. So we will get that done and get back with you. Yeah, I'm back. Cut the hole. When you cut holes and your pipe goes down this way, you're gonna have to come back and clean it up this way. If you cut it this way, it'll bind on you when you put it in there. And let's see. Yeah, and the reason I don't show you me beating these little panels out is because it takes hours and it's just boring. So let's see how that looks. That's a lot more giving. I have so much grinding dust on these right now. But you see what I mean, is I can move this a little bit this way, a little bit that way. But much nicer fit. I love magnets. It's just great. Holy crap. Look at this. Hey Randy, why don't you clean up a little? This is all just today. Come on. Get up there. Get up there. Yeah. Come on. You know you want it. You really do. So close. Okay. We're not there, but we're close. So I've got to measure this way, this way, this way, two and a quarter. Sure. Nope. It's not. So, got to come over there, which centers it in that hole much better. The big gaping abyss, so that's 2.5. This should be. Come on. Hold on a second. No, that's way too much. We're in there. We're in there. It should be, yeah. What it should be, which is not where I want it to be. It is 2 7/8 to that corner. That one's 2 1/8. But I cannot. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do this. Be 1 7/8 ish. Yeah. Ish. 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 When I mean ish, it's, you know, other than a 16th or a 8th. So you move this, you move that. So, now, we see .7, and it can be there, it can be there, So we know this is 1/2 inch. And this represents the windshield. But the windshield will sit up 1/4 inch to 3/8 of an inch higher than this little piece of wood. So, yeah, 1/2 inch. Sorry, forget what I'm doing sometimes. See, 33, 32.8. You know, it just kind of depends on where you put that thing. .6. I try to put it on this little mark that I put on each one of them when I had it in the bender. So that's extremely close. Yeah. So the only thing is this right here is a 1/4 of an inch difference, and I don't know why. That's what that looks like. This is not vertical. This is not vertical, although this is closer. See, it's 89, 88, 80, well, okay, 89. How does that happen? How is that 89 and that's, okay, depends on where you put it, 89, and it looks different, see? You barely see it up here, finger's width, to 2 fingers down here. And then you look at this side, pretty darn straight. And put that on there like so, and that's 89.6, 89.8, 87.8, 87.8. So again, people, drive you crazy sometimes. So at this point, since I have this plate cut, 9.2 now, just whatever, I will square up my hole a little, make sure these gaps are good, just kind of make sure everything's good, back and forth, and I will tack this plate in. This plate's supposed to be right against here. It's not. So I may have to take all that back out, widen that a little bit more. So, see you in a bit. We got a little broken neck here on the camera, but that's all tacked in, and it tried to be another crater or Grand Canyon again, but we got a happy medium. We're going with it, and that's it. So on to the next one. Okay, well, we've got that piece cut out. Now I have to measure this side, see what we're doing here. So be basically in the same spot the other one was. That's a bend, and that's a bend. So we're gonna go and try to bend this in the right spot. Hardly ever get to. This doesn't always work out the way you plan it. And for me, it's usually never. All right, I'm gonna heat the plate up, see what we can make of it. Okay. Not sure what happened there, but you know, you go for it. And yeah, doesn't look like that's really what I'm looking for, of course. Don't put it in the plastic sink. Okay, out we go. All right, so don't know what to say here to fill in time of walking across here. Probably just cut it out. But here we go. And that is nowhere near what I need. Yeah, we're gonna work on that. Okay, I'm gonna show you what it takes to beat one of these panels around. Needed to change that angle right there. So it's a lot of back and forth. See what works. It's a little high right there. So we'll flatten her out some. kind of hurts working on these when you're holding them and beating them with the hammer, trying to make them to move. Just shock waves go through your hand. Okay, we are closer up there, but we have some inconsistencies right here. I have to adjust that too. Need a little more curve in that, probably that. So I'm going over here. Can do that one of two ways. You can hit it on a flat surface and hit it, and it will stretch it and cause an arc. Or use a sandbag. Either way works, kind of. That's a little warped, but one thing at a time. Okay, so need a little more arch in that. A lot of arch right there. So I figured that's too much, most likely, but we'll see. Okay, now we really changed things around. Now this is all high again. Why is it high? Don't really know. Well, I mean, I do know, because when you arch this here, it increases this angle here. See how that gets us. See how that looks. looks good until we get to that side. I think too much. Okay, that's better. Kind of. Bend that corner here. Oh, well, we'll leave that and see what happens. Nope, too high. That fits better. Okay. Too much. I don't like using the ball peen side because, as you can see, it leaves little marks. Sometimes you have to. Bend that down now. So when as you saw, I hit it right on the corner of the anvil, and that helped. Still, I can't get that curve in there that I need to make it stay. That hurts. Holding it and hitting it with fingers on the back of it. It's like swinging and hitting with an aluminum bat. Ouch. I bruised the tips of my fingers. I gotta flatten that out. Now that corner's back up. Yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna keep messing with it. You get the point. It takes a while. Okay. I got to beat around as best I could, blah, blah, crap, and I just sprayed that, so I'm not gonna put it down. Anyway, I thought, you know, what would be a better way to mark the hole than I did over there? That puts me closer, maybe, I don't know, probably won't, but we're gonna give it a try. As I put this down, I sprayed my weld primer up through the hole, okay? And that's what I got. So, at least we're in the ballpark there. And that's what we're gonna work with. So, neat little trick. Hope it helps. Okay, elongated the holes. Well, obviously that fits now. See where we are here. Tape measure. Okay. 1/7/8. 1/7/8. In the center of that hole. Center of that hole-ish. And the slivers in your slivers from using the carbide bits, and all the slivers down there, I can feel it. Anyway, it's part of the job. 1/4. quarter, 2 1/4. Wow. This measurement I hate. From here to here. You see what it is? Over there, it's almost 3. Well, it's a little, now it's a little, yeah, it's whatever it is on whatever day. I don't know. It's probably moved up there. Just thrown that off. Which is typical. So, looks pretty good. Gap's not as big as the other side. Corner sticks up a little, but you know, we beat on that a bunch of times. Out a little farther, which, you know, I'm okay with. What I mean here, but that's not, we went over this. This isn't vertical, that's not vertical. Little illusion. Just trying to get the same on both sides. It's just like impossible. So, not impossible, impossible for me. You know, this side went so nice going in, 89.6. This side just pretty much fought me all the way. Yeah, 88. Yeah, break. And it all depends on where you put that. 89.42. What is it? Yeah, this is falling. So that's the deal there. Magnets are holding it up. Okay, so I kind of like that that's done. Easy to weld around. So we're going to tack that, call it good enough. Hey everybody, back. Bad news. Been watching too much YouTube and finding people that do things much better. And I've been up in the air about my roll bar and everything, roll cage, whatever you want to call it. And I've scrapped it. It's gone. It's cut out. It's history because, well, you know, if you looked at any of my videos, you'll see that I sanctioned this halo. Not supposed to, even though it looks really good. I welded these up solid and smoothed them out. Looks good. Not supposed to. Also, me being a frame car, Yeah, that hurts on my head. My bars never went to the frame. And as you know in this video, I've been trying to get these A-pillars down through the frame. So after watching Keefer's, and that's Keefers, I believe, Hot Rod Shop on YouTube, this guy builds chassis, roll cages, the whole 9 yards, and does a beautiful job. So I got some good ideas from him, and as far as you can weld it to the frame and still just pick the body up a little bit and then finish welding it. Wish I would have known that before. But and then you can also weld the top of your frame that you can't get to usually. And that's another thing, you know. It's more I kept looking at my roll bar that's not here. You know, I had more than 6 inches back here, and that's all you're allowed, because I did find the specs finally for an 850 certification roll cage. You're supposed to be just about an inch from the headliner or roof. All kinds of stuff that my frame wasn't, or my cage was not. So instead of just being iffy, we're starting over. So that's what you see right now, just a pile on the floor. And this is the new bars. This is actually, I guess, what they call black pipe. This is just over 1 5/8 inches, which makes it fun to bend in my pipe bender. That's another issue. So moving on, we're going to try to do this right this time. See you in a bit. Hey everybody, back. Bad news. Been watching too much YouTube and finding people that do things much better. And I've been up in the air about my roll bar and everything, roll cage, whatever you want to call it. And I've scrapped it. It's gone. It's cut out. It's history because, well, you know, if you looked at any of my videos, you'll see that I sanctioned this halo. Not supposed to, even though it looks really good. I welded these up solid and smoothed them out. Looks good. Not supposed to. Also, me being a frame car, yeah, that hurts on my head. My bars never went to the frame. And as you know in this video, I've been trying to get these A-pillars down through the frame. So after watching Keefer's, and that's Keefers, I believe, Hot Rod Shop on YouTube, this guy builds chassis, roll cages, the whole 9 yards, and does a beautiful job. So I got some good ideas from him, and as far as you can weld it to the frame and still just pick the body up a little bit and then finish welding it. Wish I would have known that before. But and then you can also weld the top of your frame that you can't get to usually. And And that's another thing, you know, it's more I kept looking at my roll bar that's not here. You know, I had more than 6 inches back here, and that's all you're allowed. Because I did find the specs finally for an 850 certification roll cage. You're supposed to be just about an inch from the headliner or roof. All kinds of stuff that my frame wasn't, or my cage was not. So instead of just being iffy, we're starting over. So that's what you see right now, just a pile on the floor. And this is the new bars. This is actually, I guess, what they call black pipe. This is just over 1 5/8 inches, which makes it fun to bend in my pipe bender. That's another issue. So moving on, we're going to try to do this right this time. So watch out for the 850 certification cage build. Right now it's going to be the back half sheet metal build. So see you in the next video.